parts of the National Capital Region and the AQI index over there. We're shifting focus now. Gold prices in New Delhi are showing their usual dynamic shifts, influenced by a mix of global economic cues, festive afterglow and the bustling wedding season which is in demand. With Diwali festivities behind us, the focus now turns to matrimonial celebrations, often driving a surge in gold purchases for jewelry and investments. Now, traders and buyers are keenly watching international markets as fluctuations in the dollar and the geopolitical developments continue to play a key role. Whether you're planning a purchase or are tracking your investments, the gold market remains a focal point today. Now, let's take a look at the latest trends in the gold market across the national capital. So, clearly now we have been tracking the gold prices for you over the past several weeks. Now, remember that today the gold prices stand at, on 3rd November, the 24 carat gold prices stand at 12,317 rupees, and yesterday it was only at 12,300 rupees. 22 carat gold stood at 11,290 rupees today, and yesterday it was at 11,275. So, we are seeing that slight increase decrease. It's trying to find its stable position over the past few weeks. 18 carat gold today stood at 9,238 rupees, while yesterday it was at 9,225 rupees. So, we can see that slight fluctuation because there has been a stabilization in the gold prices, which is now seeing a slight decline. When we compare it to last week, there has been a slight decline, as I have been mentioning. So, last week on 27th October 2025, 24 carat gold stood at 12,328 rupees. 22 carat gold stood at 11,300 rupees, while 18 carat gold stood at 9,246 rupees. And when you compare them to today's prices, you can see that there is a slight decrease in all those values. When we compare it to last month, however, we will obviously see a large significant gap because we are tracking it over a long period of time. So, the graph will see a slight increase. So, 24 carat gold today it's at 12,317. Last month on 3rd October 2025, it was at 11,853. 22 carat gold, while today it's at 11,290 rupees. Last month it stood at 10,865 rupees. 18 carat gold stood at 8,890 rupees last month, and today it's at 9,228 rupees. So, clearly we can see that there has been a slight increase, but however, when we compare it to last year, that gold rally this year has been over 16 to 18%, and we can see that in the prices. Last year on 3rd November 2024, gold prices of 24 carat stood at 8,040 rupees per gram, and today it's at 12,317. 22 carat gold last year stood at 7,370 rupees per gram. However, this year now it's at 11,290 rupees. 18 carat gold last year stood at only 6,030 rupees per gram, and this year it's hitting 9,248 rupees. So, clearly we can see that there has been a rally in gold prices, and we also saw that this rally has been brought by a lot of sentiments. There was Diwali, there was Dhanteras, but now we are also seeing the wedding season coming to the fore. Joining me on the broadcast is Dr. Sharat Kohli, senior economist. Thank you, Dr. Kohli, for joining us on this broadcast. We were just talking about how gold is now trying to stabilize itself. It's correcting its values after that huge rally over the past 2-3 weeks. We want to understand now how this will actually go forward in the coming weeks. But we will try to in fact reconnect with Dr. Kohli. However, remember viewers that we have been sharing gold prices, and in the Diwali and Dhanteras week we saw it hitting a record of over 13,000 rupees per gram, and that was the highest that it has hit in its lifetime. So, that was a lifetime hit that it actually recorded, and now it's slightly seeing a downward trend because it's trying to stabilize the prices. Remember that gold prices are always a safe haven investment, and people do try to in fact see how they do try to track its movement. I believe Dr. Kohli is back on the line with us. A very good morning, Dr. Kohli. Thank you for joining us. We were trying to understand how gold prices actually are now stabilizing. They are correcting their values after the rally over the past 2-3 months. But now again we are going to see the wedding season that will see an increased demand. How is that going to affect the prices, and also how is the global market actually doing currently with regards to gold?
Good morning, Shivani. Good morning to the viewers of NewsX. I think the gold prices are now consolidating as we speak now. It's about $4,006 per troy ounce. That is the unit in which it's measured internationally, because the prices open in COMEX gold, and that's where the Indian gold market, takes the cues from and converts ounces to 10 grams and dollar to rupee. I think the price is stabilized now. First of all, I would like to clarify here that the Indian wedding season, or Amavas, or Dhanteras, or Akshay Tritiya, or any other festival for that matter, does not substantially impact the gold prices here, because a few hundred rupees here and there, that doesn't really determine the prices. The prices, as I said earlier, get determined by the international gold prices. The Indian market opens while taking cues and the measures from the international COMEX exchange at New York. So that's my first point. My second point is that, yes, gold prices have stabilized now. After the sharp rise which we saw just around or before Diwali for $4,381 per ounce, they are now down to $4,006. They have gone down to $3,900, but I think the deal between US and China, the quick fix kind of a deal, for now, with China relaxing the norms with regard to export of rare earth minerals, in America relaxing the tariffs, scrapping some of the extra tariffs. That has provided some kind of, I would say, peace to the gold market, and the prices cooled down. However, the other factors remain bullish. There is a big game going on in the gold market internationally. There is a lobby which is trying to bring the gold prices down, because they feel that this is a threat to the US dollar, which has got its supremacy around the world, and this could be the next measure of value. There's another lobby where a lot of countries are buying. Turkey is buying, Spain is buying, China is buying heavily. India has also called back some of the gold which is deposited in the vault in England, Bank of England for that matter. So I think there is a kind of a dual force which is working on the gold prices as of now. One is trying to drive it up, one is trying to drive it down. But the good thing for people who are holding it for long term is that they need not worry. The undertone remains bullish and the prices have stabilized. I think this is a very healthy stabilization, if I would say. This is a very healthy consolidation, because it's never good for one asset class to keep moving in one direction. It's very dangerous. There can be a bubble which can be formed. Now there is no bubble. I think $3,900 to $4,000 is the new base price which is now being set. It's very strong, and people who want to buy for longer term can buy in smaller lots at this price and keep it for long term. I find, Shivani, that a lot of people, they come in as investors and they become traders. They book short-term profits, or then they start getting worried by these small movements and corrections here and there. So my advice to the investors is that they should keep it for a longer term, and I think about 20% of your portfolio can be constituted by way of gold, although they can take advice of their respective financial advisors. What we are doing on your channel is simply an analysis of how the prices have been and how the price, which factors are determining. The other geopolitical factors also, Shivani, still remain intact. The Russia-Ukraine war is very much in place. Israel-Hamas, we keep hearing about incidents of violence here and there. So things, America, has been planning to attack Venezuela for a while now. So other geopolitical factors remain, but I think it will all depend, because as I said, gold prices, it gets determined by not just demand supply, but on the basis of the news flow. So, and the news is very difficult to predict. Nobody knows better than you and your channel. So I think we should wait to see as to how it goes. But as of now, prices definitely have stabilized, Shivani.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Kohli, for providing us with that.